Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Nisi. Good morning, chat. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's me, Lauren Cadillac, aka OG Cadillac, aka Mother of the Decade, aka your favorite internet lawyer. Oh, welcome and thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. We have quite the agenda today. But the agenda is pretty free form. So if y'all will just chat and participate, we'll have a great time. Okay? Please chat and participate. Does anyone else feel like an emptiness inside without having the YSL trial to watch all day? Like, hey Jiggy, welcome. Like, my day is so different now for an entire year. Every day. I got to the office, I turned on the trial, I watched the trial. Hey Nene, good morning. Nene had a lot of birthdays in her family recently, so happy birthday to everyone. You and I think I saw your kiddo had a birthday, at least one of them, so happy birthday. But yeah, how are you guys filling your time? Like, I feel like my day, we watched The Ultimatum because I love trash TV, like... I love trash TV. So, yeah, Sonia, you do feel an emptiness. Like, I just don't even know. Like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to listen to? How am I supposed to entertain myself all day? So sad. I know. You see, I feel lost too. So we watched The Ultimatum. What else did we watch? We were watching some of this UHC shooter. So this is interesting. And we're going to talk about him. The cutie. I saw the best meme, hopefully. Okay, exactly, Nene. Where is YSL? Well, on a brief YSL update, I was going to do YSL update at the end. But there are trials set for February. So I think there's like 4 remaining defendants, and their trial is set for February. So at least the break without YSL is only brief, and mainly like during the holidays. Y'all, I saw this meme about the UHC Killer that said, hold on, let me see if I can find it. It was so funny. Said something like, classic Italian to get busted because he was flirting. In reference to this picture. So this kid goes to a what are they called? Hostels? That's such a weird name. Amy's going through withdrawals too. That's such a weird name, hostel. But okay, so this kid's staying at a hostel. This is when he's checking into the hostel. And I guess he was flirting with the front desk clerk. Pulled down his mask to show that adorable little smile. Oh my Lord. And ultimately, that's how he got caught. It's always a woman that brings him down, y'all. Always a woman. So here he is. Okay, so last week we were like, who did this? Who is this killer? You know, what are the details? And this week, he's in custody. So we found out a lot about the kid. He is now, here's his picture in custody. Look at them eyebrows, y'all. The thing is if you have eyebrows like this and you commit the kind of crime that guy committed, the first thing you should do is be plucking and trimming these eyebrows and totally reshape them. Hello, you grow a beard, you reshape your eyebrows. Now, I have a tendency to be a bit of a conspiracy theorist, okay? I do not see, this was one of the pictures they released at first. This, to me, this is not a unibrow. Hold on. So you guys come to conspiracy theory mode with Lauren, all right? Come down conspiracy theory trail with me. I don't see a unibrow in this photo. Now, we know that this guy is the shooter because he left, and this is at the Starbucks he went to the Starbucks before. But you see how there's no unibrow? And then you see on this guy, this kid has a unibrow.
Overnight.
Oh. This is unibrow. They say that having a unibrow is a sign of, like, intelligence. Like, geniuses have unibrows. My dad had a unibrow. My sisters and I all had unibrows. I plucked mine. I got rid of the middle. That's all he had to do, is just trim that down. It doesn't even make sense. A lady in Florida is sentenced to 15 years for using the 3D on her record call to her health insurance. Morning, Tall Glass. Welcome. I don't know what that means, Nisi. Okay, but look at the unibrow here. And the, where'd it go? Well, I guess you can't, but you do see that they're bushy, right? But here, they don't look bushy to me. I don't know. A little bit of a conspiracy theory. All right, so evidently, the suspect, this adorable child, who didn't look so adorable there, but this adorable 26-year-old boy, he apparently had to have some kind of back surgery, and I believe that is where the anger stems from. Turns out this kid comes from, like, this really rich family. According to CBS News, he wasn't even a United Healthcare customer. That to me is hilarious. And I don't mean, let's talk about this UHC thing, okay? Like, here's the thing. This is the thing about the UHC thing that really is so upsetting to me. It is a in-your-face reminder of the juxtaposition that is being human, okay? An in-your-face reminder of the juxtaposition that is being a human. On the one hand, someone was killed in cold blood on the street. That man was a father, he had a wife, he had parents, people cared about him. On the other, 68,000 people have died because they didn't have the coverage that they paid for at this man's direction, right? And so it's like, like when they killed Hitler, like, oh, good, they killed Hitler. But then also like, oh, someone's dead. Someone's dead. He's a horrible person, but he's still a person, right? Right? So this UHC situation is like, oh, Lauren, be more human. People are so upset. You can't make fun of him. He's a father and a husband. Well, first of all, anyone could be a father and husband. Any male can be a father or husband. It's really not that hard, okay? Like, becoming a mother is not difficult, right? Like, there's no test. It's not like we make people do well to become mothers or fathers, It's not, so that's not really an achievement. That's not something to look at. Then I saw people talk about, they would list all these things, how great he was, but everything about his greatness was before he became an adult. Because when he became an adult, he made the decision to work his way up the ranks and take over a company that at its core is designed to kill people. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. It's upsetting, but I'm glad. I'm sure all of you feel very similarly. It is this like torn, like, no, I don't want people to die. No, I do not want American citizens being, judge, jury, and executioner. That's not the system we agreed to. That is not what I want. But also, I want health insurance to pay. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? What are your thoughts? Like, I don't know. The adorable child, to make him even cuter, his name is Luigi. It's just so cute to me. He reminds me of like Timothée Chalamet, just like adorable child. At first, after he did it, they thought he was running to Atlanta, which I thought was a great idea because, as all of my viewers know, the detectives in Fulton County don't do anything. The best place to be if you're a criminal is in Fulton County because they're not going to find you because they don't do any detective work. So they said, oh, he's headed to Atlanta. I said, that is brilliant. He must really follow the news. Okay, Nisi says, I live in New York and there's a flyer all over Manhattan with different CEO wanted posters. This kid did an impact on all health insurance that have people calling him a hero. Exactly. Right? So all of the people, and here's my guess, I would believe that all of the people who think he's a hero, this kid, also still value human life, right? Like, I value human life. I don't think the conditions in the Fulton County Jail are acceptable for humans. I don't think, people should be randomly bombed by way of drones, right? Like, I value human life. But I value 68,000 humans over one. Right? And that one allowed 68,000 to die. Like, come on. And I believe almost immediately after he did it, Blue Cross Blue Shield had a reversal on they were not going to pay for anesthesia all the way through a surgery. It's unfucking believable. Why am I paying for insurance? You're going to allow me to be operated on and be wide awake? They reversed that real quick. They saw that guy die. They said, oh shit, maybe we should actually cover. So in a way, he is a hero, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it kind of, this case is like the juxtaposition of being human. The motive is animosity towards healthcare. Duh. Let's see, his mother filed a missing person report for him before the shooting. Days before the shooting, she filed a missing person report with the San Francisco Police Department. So I guess he was a tech kid. This kid had a master's degree in engineering from UPenn. UPenn is as close to Ivy League as you can get at a state school, just like UT Austin, where my son goes. Yes, I totally just... Okay, so what happened is he went to McDonald's, and I don't know why. What doesn't make sense is that he's like 6 days out, hasn't been caught, and he decides to go to a McDonald's of all places, and with him, he has the gun. Why? Doesn't even make sense to me. Like, why did you have the murder weapon at McDonald's with you? What? Like, who does that? You are 6 days. Kid has connections to Hawaii, okay? The kid's family comes from Maryland. They have a bunch of money. They're very wealthy. There is no reason that young man, I mean, he should, in my mind, he should have gone to Atlanta, because we all know nobody's getting caught in Atlanta because Fulton County detectives are doing nothing but playing on Instagram all day. Okay. Then 6 days, Sonia, he had 6 days. In Atlanta, that's where you toss the gun, maybe at like the airport trash can, a public trash can, something like that. Then you get on a plane and you go to a country that doesn't have extradition. Has this kid never watched a movie? Yeah, I didn't learn this shit at law school. I learned this shit in movies. It just doesn't make sense. Why do you go 6 days later and take the gun with you to McDonald's? And that kind of goes back to this. The guy with no unibrow. Because it doesn't make sense to be a master's degree of engineering from UPenn and then take the weapon with you to McDonald's? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's so bizarre to me. It's so bizarre. How do you not throw that gun into a river? Like, I don't understand. Anyone who's watched any bit of any movie, like, right now there's a great show. It's on Peacock. It's called The Day of the Jackal. And they did a movie of it in the 90s with Bruce Willis. I don't know if I've seen it. I got to go back and watch it again. But this was so the Day of the Jackal until this guy shows up with the gun at a McDonald's in Pennsylvania. I don't know, y'all. It's fucking bizarre to me. It is bizarre to me. Then when I saw he was so adorable, I said, oh my God. And it turned... After he gets caught, conjugal visits starts trending on Google. I've told y'all that I love trash TV, right? So I watch like Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup, The Ultimatum, whatever. If it's trashy TV, I probably watch it, right? So when I saw him, I said, oh geez, he's gonna have his what do they call it? His commissary is gonna be full at all times. He says he was caught in 5 days. I thought he went to Pennsylvania to make another hit on another CEO and got a little hungry. Before he did the CEO, he went to get water in an energy bar. He does stay hungry, don't he? OG tried to... No, Jiggy, I'm not trying to teach the chat nothing. I'm just telling you the shit I seen in movies. This is just in movies. I just happen to be a huge movie fan. I love movies. I love TV shows. And I've seen all the Jason Bourne movies, okay? All you have to do is see like 3 Bourne Identity films, and then you are well aware of what you need to do. Okay, apparently this kid was super well read. Like, super well read. Like, reads a book a month type shit. Like, amazing. Interestingly, the bullets had the words delay, deny, and then they said possibly depose. But the 3 Ds of insurance are delay, deny, and defend. Hey, Anya, welcome. So this kid literally wrote the insurance slogan on these bullet casings and then shoot him and then shot at him. You know, the gun got stuck. He figured it out. It just, I don't know. The kid's well read. He's very smart. He's an engineer. You know, he's physically fit. He had back injury, but, you know, there's pictures of him with a 6-pack in Hawaii, so he's doing all right. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. To me, there's a missing link. There's some kind of something missing. And since we all know, if you're a watcher of the show, you're a viewer of this channel, you know as well as I do, the police are not investigating it. They do not care. You guys remember a few weeks ago, I had this dream that Jay-Z and Beyonce were breaking up because of the Diddy scandal? I had this, it was really weird because I'm not even a fan of like Beyonce's music. Her and I are born around the same time, same place. But like, I'm not really her fan. Jay-Z, I think he's like a good businessman, but he will walk over people to get ahead, okay? So he has no problem. He'll deceive you, whatever. I have never in my life before that day had a dream about either Jay-Z or Beyonce. I never went on watch their tour. I don't give a shit about them. But then I just randomly had this very vivid dream that they were divorcing, and it because it had to do with the Diddy thing. Okay? Okay. Now, I know everyone who's in the chat right now is well the F aware of the accusations that came out about Jay-Z this week. And I kept saying it's just a matter of time. I knew he was next. Well, check this out. I just found this today. I guess it was written 14 hours ago. Forbes dropped Carter from their issue and just put Knowles. So this is going to be the, what was it, the Forbes most powerful women. So she's always been Knowles Carter since she got married, obviously, right? And then all of a sudden now she's just Knowles. When I dream something, it comes true. So we all know that when Beyonce divorces Jay-Z, you hear that? I didn't say if, I said when. She's going to be super hush about it. She was hush about the wedding. You remember? Nobody knew about the wedding. They snuck flowers up. Nobody knew. She ain't going to say shit. She's a Virgo. She lost on Star Search, and she said after that she never said anything because it embarrassed her. When she divorces Jay-Z, it is going to be the quietest divorce of all time. The quietest divorce of all time, trust me. This is the most news we're going to see about it. That's it. Then all of a sudden they're going to be divorced. And you're like, what happened? That's how it's going to go down. Okay, but check it out. So Jay-Z was added to a Diddy suit for allegedly having intercourse against her will with a minor. So that's like a double R word. Jay-Z got mad because he said, you're not going to, get money out of me. So, Foxy Brown. All right, so, okay. Does Lauren think Jay-Z engaged in said behavior he's been accused of? Yes. Yes, she does. And this is why. Let me go. Because I've been alive. I was alive in the 90s, okay? I was a teenager in the 90s. Foxy Brown, check this out. 1625. This is Foxy Brown. This was Jay-Z's first protege. This is the first Rihanna, so to speak, okay? The first Rihanna, Foxy Brown. Look what she says when it comes out. She says, she posts on the internet, literally all she wrote in response to it was wow and wait. Wow and wait. So, Beyonce is, oh, by the way, she was like 17 when she started dating him. They have a 15-year age difference. Now, I had a 15-year age difference with my first husband. I don't think necessarily an age difference is indicative of some kind of, pedophilia or something, right? But we've heard enough over the course of Jay-Z's 30-year career, which I hate even saying 30. Felt like 3, okay? Oh, I saw that too, Jiggy. That Beyonce's mom, which BTW. Hold on, Tina Knowles. This woman, 70 years old, looking like this, looking like a whole snack. If I look that good in 30 years from now, God help you all. Look how good this woman looks. This is what money does for you. This is what money does for you. It makes you look like you're 50 when you're 70. Okay? Tina Knowles put out a post on Instagram about the whole situation, and then she said that she was hacked. That it wasn't her, and that she was hacked. Tina Knowles allowed her teenage daughter to run off with a grown man. So, she looks good as hell, and whatever moisturizer she's using, I want to know about, but I'm not really interested in her thoughts and speculation about the behavior of her son-in-law. I am now interested in and wonder, how old is Becky with the good hair? How old is Becky with the good hair? Because I know Jay-Z slept with her. That's the other thing. That's the other reason I think he was capable of doing this, because he is now married to Beyonce and cheated on her. Jiggy says, you don't get hacked in 2024. Anybody that hacks Beyonce's mom's Instagram account gonna do way, way, way more than like a negative post about Jay-Z. Amen. That's right. She liked to post about him. My thought is she's 70, so she's probably scrolling Instagram and sees him and just liked it without even reading what it said. That was my guess when I read the little article about what she did. If anyone can get Tina Knowles' skincare regime, please share it with me. God. Y'all, what I would do to look that good at that age. What I would do. All right, so can I do a poll? I don't think I can. I'm interested in knowing, and I'm gonna ask the question, and I'm gonna just sit here while you answer and wait, okay? So make sure you get in your chat and answer. Do you think Jay-Z could have been involved in this situation? I'll wait. Do you think it's possible that Jay-Z is in fact likely a likely participant? Do you believe that Jay-Z was a participant in this event that involved a 13-year-old? AM says yes. All right, I need answers from all of y'all. I need answers. This is my non-scientific study. Do you believe that he did it? Do you believe it's possible? Like, there's some, okay, like if someone came out and said, okay, Melissa said yes too. Okay, if someone came out and said, Keanu Reeves, if someone came out and accused Keanu Reeves of this, I'd say no effing way. That dude's in pictures not touching people, right? Like he does not. No, I would never believe it, not for a minute. No, don't believe it. I would need so much evidence to overcome my bias that there was no way Keanu could have done it. But with Jay-Z, when I heard, I said, oh, I'm not surprised. I have been waiting for this moment. This was a matter of time as far as I was concerned. Again, I had a whole dream about this shit. I had a whole dream a couple months ago about this. I don't know. I don't know. And I know the court of public opinion don't mean shit. We're not the jurors. It doesn't matter, right? But there are some people, if something like that was accusing them, you'd say, no effing way. And then there's Jay-Z. And Diddy. I believe Diddy did all. Like, there's no question in my mind Diddy's a pervert. Yes, I am. I feel like that too. I have been waiting. I have just been waiting to hear that Jay-Z's indicted, or indicated at least. Just sitting around, waiting. All right. So I'm following that. I'm following Diddy. Diddy is not getting out of jail. Diddy is a narcissist and thinks that he can overcome these things, but he is fucked. Just straight up fucked. We'll watch it, but we already know he's fucked. At his third bail or bond hearing, the court said, hey, I might consider giving you bond, but y'all lied to me. So I'm not going to. Fair enough. It's like, okay, so Diddy staying in jail, going down. Jay-Z probably did this, and his wife Beyonce is now slowly separating from him. We already discussed our UHC killer, so now we're going to move on to Melly. Okay? I expect Jay-Z to be arrested around the time they finally took all color. I'm with you. It's just been a matter of time. Okay. So if you guys are aware of YNW Melly, the NW and then the M of Melly is like, oh, my brain was like, oh, no. It hurts. It literally hurts my brain. Hurts. But we got it. Okay. YNW Melly has done a couple things. He has filed to a lawsuit to be released from prison. And there was a show cause. So hold on, let me find this. Okay. So, a federal judge ordered the sheriffs to show cause as to why the rap star should not be released. All right, so let's start. Sometimes there are instances and times where a judge files an order, or like there's a law or something, and somebody ignores the order, the law, whatever it is. All right. In this case, I'm assuming that this is a show cause for a violation of the Constitution. Okay. But a U.S. District Court had given the Broward County Sheriff's Office until December 6th to respond to accusations that Melly is being held in degrading and unconstitutional circumstances. He filed a 12-page lawsuit this month where he asserted that he has endured near total isolation. He's been denied access to his family legal team and subjected to conditions that his attorney describes as shocking to human decency. That doesn't surprise me. Does that surprise anyone who followed at all any of the Young Thug? No, it shouldn't. Okay. So, as part of this lawsuit, they did depositions. Depositions are where you sit people down, often parties, sometimes witnesses, experts, whatever, and they are on the record, and you ask them questions and they have to answer them. By law, you have to answer. It turns out that's the case in Florida and the case in Texas as well. So you get to ask the questions and the people have to answer them. So Raven Liberty, one of Melly's lawyers, deposed one of the sheriff office guards. And this is crazy. Prior to April 2024, Melly was in his own cell in a cell block where there were other people. However, anytime he came out of his cell, all of the other people in the cell block were forced to go to their cells. So Melly was alone. Okay, so that's how he was for several years. For some reason, and according to the deposition, because of accumulation of strikes or whatever over a 3-year period, the sheriff's office decided to then put Melly into a unit that had 0 people in a cell of his own with no door. So over a 3-year period, he had 100 infractions. That's 33 a year. So that's like, I don't know, 1 every 2 weeks or whatever. And who knows if they're actually like real infractions or what they are. Allegedly, he was trying to do some witness tampering, but that was like 2 years ago, so it doesn't even make sense, but whatever, okay? He is not allowed to have phone calls. He hasn't been allowed to see his family. He hasn't even been allowed to talk to his lawyers. Okay, that is unconstitutional. So the sheriff's office asked for an extension because, as we have learned from the YSL case, the government is slow and inefficient. And the judge gave them 10 days. And so they have until the 16th now. So we won't find out until next week. But basically, the sheriff has been put in a position where they have to show a judge why Melly should continue to sit in jail, because he is technically an innocent man. He has been accused, but he has not been proven beyond a reasonable doubt. He is an innocent man. And so this innocent man has been in isolation for damn near 6 years, but certainly since April, living in these conditions that are unconstitutional. This is an American. This is a taxpayer. And so his counsel, wisely, seeing that they could not receive at the state court the justice they're due, sued the sheriff's office and took him to federal court and said, you explain to this federal judge why we're here. I think that's brilliant. That is a great legal strategy. And hopefully he gets released pending his next trial, because it's absolute bullshit that he has to sit there and wait. They tried proving his guilt and they failed. He should have been released after that first trial, pending the redo of the trial. I'm about at my wit's end with these jails and their policies, and it just really pisses me off. It's just really irritating me. I know there's something I can do. I just don't know how to do it. I'll start doing it soon. Trust me, I'll start. Dapot, welcome. I have been working, y'all. This part of the I was just gonna say school year. This part of the year is very busy for lawyers. Everybody wants to settle. Oh my God, it's the end of the year. Let's get it done. I get it. I'm with them. Okay, let's do a little update on the YSL case, and then I will allow y'all to be free. Free yourselves. Don't forget, I don't know how you could with the scrolling thing. Can you even see this? Well, yeah. we've been demonetized. If you would like to support the channel like Fatal Cherry did, she gave us $20 on Cashapp last week. We are so grateful. Thank you, Fatal Cherry. You're amazing. If you want to support us, please do so on Cashapp. Okay? Don't forget to go follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And I have X, which I hate that it's called X now. I wish it was called Twitter, because when you're like, oh, I'm on X, it sounds like you're, doing drugs. I'm such an old person. How do you say I'm middle-aged without saying I'm middle-aged? You say, I hate that they named it X, because when I say I'm on X, I sound like I'm doing drugs. I hope my children aren't watching, because they're going to make fun of me. This old-ass bitch. Okay, sorry. Okay, so, there have been some updates in the YSL case. There is now a class action lawsuit for which Shannon Stillwell and this guy, Mr. Hambrick, I'm thinking this is Negan? I don't know how to say this name. Oh, hell yeah, Nene. Message me. I would love to meet you and your husband. It'd be great. We all go, to a strip club. We'll have fun. It'll be fun. Okay, I'm going to be in the Philippines January 15th to February, so don't come during that time. Come before January 14th or after February 10th, okay? All right, here we go. So Shannon Jackson is now one of the lead plaintiffs on a class action lawsuit against the Fulton County Sheriff and the Fulton County Jailer. So in their official capacity. So they are now suing Fulton County. This morning I watched an interview with one of the lawyers that is leading this, and it's great. Sometimes, just like with Melly, Melly couldn't get justice at the state level, so sometimes you just have to go to the federal level, right? Sometimes you have to get around the state who is being obnoxious, which, happens a lot, and just go straight to the Fed and have Big Daddy explain it, okay? Shannon Jackson is, in fact, married to Kayla Bumpus, and she is now his full-time lawyer. She is also Diamante Kendrick's full-time lawyer, and she is working to get both of those men out of jail. It is my understanding that Adkins has been now promoted to major crimes, and he now works under Adam Abate. Hey, Frederick, welcome. Thank you. Welcome back. Okay, so Miles Farley's lawyer, who we talked about last week, he is the guy who caught a case for his client. I will never do that. If you need a lawyer to catch a case for you, I'm not the one. Period. His lawyer filed a plea in bar and motion to dismiss based off of statutory and constitutional speedy trial. And it says that he timely filed a demand for speedy trial in November of 22. They were taken to trial in January 2023. So Miles Farley started trial with Thug et al., but his lawyer was wrongly arrested, caught the case for him, and the judge just sua sponte on his own pulled Farley out of that. So Farley was already started trial. They announced already they're in trial, and without anyone's permission, Glanville just pulled him out. Okay, so that's important, and that's actually probably great because and by the way, the state did not object, and the lawyer couldn't object because he was arrested. So the lawyer has been trying to get back into trial ever since then. And now the state keeps saying, well, we're going to wait till the first trial's over. So now this is over 2 years later, and you have violated this young man's right to a speedy trial. So that is interesting. Okay, so we'll see what happens there with Miles Farley. Oh, no. Okay, yes. So we will see if Miles Farley is in fact released. What's crazy to me is that Miles Farley is accused of the... God, I already forgot his name. Not Donovan Thomas killing. Hi, Aha. And Miles Farley was in Quay's car next to Stillwell's car, where the victim, whose name has slipped my mind, was here. So this guy... And then the fact that Stillwell, who was the alleged shooter, was found not guilty of the crime, and that the state would try to continue on prosecuting of him of a crime that someone else has already been found not guilty for, the actual, quote, shooter, is fucking wild to me. It's wild to me. Chamel Drinks. Thank you, AM. Thank you. Drinks. That was it. Chamel Drinks. So... You mean to tell me that because I'm in a car that's next to a car that allegedly shoots out of it, now I'm a murderer? Fuck out of here. And then the fact that they have not just automatically dropped this guy's charges, crazy. Crazy. Okay, so yeah, Gotti had filed a bond motion in his case because the case he filed bond for is a case he caught while he was in jail. And his motion basically says, like, if you let me on bond, I can't harm them because they're in jail and I'm not. Which is a good point. It cites the DOJ's findings on how terrible the jail is. And it's like, hey, he was totally found he was innocent. So on the other charges, and he wouldn't have caught these charges if y'all hadn't fucking jailed him. So his bond hearing is going to be on the 17th. Okay? As I understand it, Shannon Stillwell still has like several pending things. So yeah. That's it. That's that's the legal update, y'all. Like, those are all the cases that we're following. So, anyone have any questions? We'll hang out for a few more minutes together. If anyone has, questions, comments, concerns, anyone else you want me to follow, any other trials you want me to follow. Oh, I saw that Karen Reed was back on some more motions hearings, so who knows what's going to happen there. That place is... It's un-American. I used to get so upset. I used to take it so personally because I spent 25 years of my life becoming a lawyer, right? Like, I committed the first quarter of my life, probably more than the first quarter. I mean, hopefully I lived 100. The first quarter of my life to this ideal of America and American and freedom and all of those things, only to find that literally every day it's being ignored by our very own government. Yay! Like, your first decade out of law school, you're just crying about what a waste of money that was. Okay. I actually just thought of something. Let me get out my calendar because I have a bunch of stuff going on such that I might not be here. So let's look at this December of 24 calendar. All right, so today is Friday the 13th. Next week, Friday the 20th, I will be here. Okay, that's the day before my son's birthday. He's getting in town on the 18th. I'm very excited. But on the 20th is when he picks up his girlfriend from Korea. I'm very excited. We're going to have, I'm calling it baby's first Christmas, but that's his baby, his girl. Her first American Christmas. So I'm like so excited about that. And I invited my boyfriend's family for dinner, and they haven't been to like our house yet. So that's exciting too. Okay, so the 20th, I will be here. I'll do another update on all the cases we just went through. On the 27th, I will not be here because I'll be hanging out with my kids and my son's girlfriend, and we're probably going to go to Six Flags. I have not been, so I'm really excited. I want to go to Six Flags. I want to take the kids. I want to take her. Her and I will have our first time at Six Flags together. It would be so fun. I will come back the 3rd, though. Okay, I'll do an update on the 3rd. And that's that. So cool. All right, well, I will see everyone next week. Same time, same place. And then we'll break for the holiday, and we'll come back in the new year. It'll be very exciting. I hope y'all have wonderful plans. I hope you're excited for this holiday, as excited as I am for this holiday. I doubt you could be, but I hope you get to be. I hope it's awesome. I appreciate all of you. I will see you all next week. Yes, I'll see you next Friday. Thank you for joining. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you subscribe. If you want to support, go to Cashapp. We're demonetized until the end of February. So thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you next week.